restroom. So I decided, well, I'll take a moment, and this was what was actually fell. This is what fell, and so I was having. I thought I'll just try and grab it now with my little back scratching thing. You know what I mean? I don't even know where it is already, and it was just 2 seconds ago I had it. Unbelievable. So anyway, that's what I was talking about. And so normally I would fill this with liquid, yes. And so instead, there's no stem on here. And so now I'll show you, I'll try and demonstrate that. There's still a little bit in there. Let me just see what I can do here. Real quick. I was, just before we went on air, is there anybody watching later? Oh, I'm recording this. I was going to maybe not do that on a recorded thing. But anyway, the old e-cigarette is a pretty good thing. Love vaping. And, so let me find a battery for it. I gotta put a battery. There's a battery. There's my electronic cigarette. Right? And so let's just see. That's pretty good, eh? Yep. That's pretty good. A little dab will do you, right? That's a little bit easier. Vaping's a little bit easier. Then, so you gotta get a little bit experimental, if you know what I mean. And so there we go. Well, that's not a bad way to start any show. Okay, demonstrating electronic cigarette. Corrine is here tonight. What else is going on? We're off for a bit now, just because it's one of those, the last week of the month, it has 5 of everything. 5 Mondays, 5 Tuesdays, 5 Wednesdays, 5 Thursdays. Well, no, not 5 Thursdays. But anyway, you get the idea. And so after tonight, we're off until really a week from tonight. But probably going to do something Halloween night. You know what I mean? We'll see about doing something Halloween night. So Corrine, all of you guys know Corrine. It's been a while since I had to catch up with Corrine, so it'd be interesting to see what Ms. Corrine has been up to, because she was going to looking at moving and all that kind of stuff last time, and had that dream home she wanted and everything else like this. But anyways, let's see. Corrine is many things to many people. She's a writer, she's a psychic medium, she's a radio show host also, she's loves the paranormal, and writing, even horror. She's very good at it. She even has starred in a music video, which I highly recommend for Halloween night, slasher movie night. And so she writes, she does art, she does it all really, and has become very awesome at being a psychic medium as well. So she's not the least of which then is she also is the owner of purpleplates.com. Get your Tesla energy plates today at www.purpleplates.com. And so highly recommend to go check out the energy products that Corrine does have over there, in it, of course, including the purple plates. And while you're there, make sure you get some of this beautiful Ostera perfume that she makes. Oh my God, you can't even believe it. Oh, like I seriously, you guys think I'm acting or something, but like when I smell that smell, it's like the world is okay. I really love that smell. It's beautiful. It's just amazing. It's freaking amazing. I don't even have any words to properly say how. And we talked before about like how like smell or even a song can like just like take you somewhere. You know what I mean? And so anyway, okay. All that aside, purpleplates.com is the place to go. You can find out more about Corrine's writing and the art and everything else that she does by going to her own website at www.CorrineDeWinter.com. CorrineDeWinter.com. And let's go finally just get her on and say, oh, and you must also catch her ad hoc radio show called Supernatural Radio Show on blogtalkradio.com. There you go. Hello. How's it going?
Okay. I like the new you, Chris. I really like the new you.
there's no new anything. Truly. There's no new anything. No new anything. See, it's all in the mind, the eye of the beholder. It's in your mind now. Now it's like that's it. It's in. You guys, shut up. You're so bad. You're so bad. So anyway, what's going on? What's the scoop? Are you still house hunting? What's the status of all the stuff?
Okay, so yeah, I told you about the big mansion and how I want. And then, so there's one more chance for me to get it, and that is that I have to show not what my gross, hold on, I get confused. Not what my net is, but what my gross income is. Like what comes in my net. So I have to put my bank statements together, and we'll see if that works. But
what does it is there a magic number?
He asked me, and I gave him a ballpark figure, and he said, well, he goes, I can't say if you're going to get it or not, but that should do it. You know what I mean? So, we'll see.
That's funny to me because, like, what if you have a huge gross income, but your expenses are more than your gross income? Then how are they going to say that a higher gross income is better? You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying, eh?
Yeah, definitely.
Because it looks better on people. Yeah. Anyway.
So it's kind of so we'll see.
Well, how long is that going to take to find out?
As long as it takes me to get the damn bank statements together for the last 2 years.
Yeah, so that means never. Anytime it means getting bank statements or anything financial together, that means it's never. It's going to be a little late. It's going to be a little late. So then the reality of it is, on that basis, then there is no hope of getting the mansion. Right?
Well, yeah, maybe. Or I could possibly get a gift, or this guy from Canada, actually, that I talked to the other day, said that he's from Toronto, and he wants to come down and look at my dad's warehouse stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, well, if you buy it all everything, it's $100,000. And so he's like, he didn't scoff at it. He goes, well, how many posters do you have? I said, about 80,000. He goes, well, what if I only wanted 1,000 posters? And I said, well, if you're going to pick and choose it.
1,000 posters cost you a lot more for the labor and the trouble of all that.
Right.
So, yeah, it'll cost you about 8 times as much, buddy. Okay, so just take them all and give me the $100K. Like, even at that, that's $1 per poster is 80,000 right there.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah, and the thing is, when you sell a lot of something, you get gold and you get crap. So that's the whole idea of selling a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
So anyway, so he's gonna contact me in December or January because his wife has a problem. I don't know, with her passport or something like that. I don't know. So he's gonna contact me in December. So we'll see what happens. But see, if I could do something like that, then I could have enough money to, obviously say I have this much money to put down on the house, and they'll probably say, okay, that's cool. So anyways, You know, Chris, I never say never, because who the hell knows what's going to happen. You know, I could win that Powerball tonight, you know?
Oh, yeah. Jesus, somebody I know, it would be nice if somebody I know who likes me would win that however many billion it is up there, you know? Holy crap, 1 point something billion? Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I think it's like, I think it's more than oh, no, maybe you're right, Chris. I'm sorry. You're right.
1 point something billion. 1 point something billion. It's insane. So you'd get maybe 400,000 out of that or whatever if you wanted it all up front, lump sum once the tax is done, and maybe 500,000. But 500 million. 500 million would still be okay. 500 million.
Yeah.
And if someone that I knew who liked me would have 500 million, then they could probably afford, I don't know, 100,000 or something. Right?
At least. What the hell? I'd expect $1 million.
Well, not. What if they knew, like, all 500 people they know expect $1 million? So the mega hit Powerball was 750 mil, still even at that, right? So good luck, everybody. Hopefully somebody who, we know, somebody who we collectively know. Let's, put all of our energy into making it happen so that somebody who we all know and who likes us, okay, emphasis on who likes us, they win the freaking thing. And then they can and then we'll get them drunk while their checkbook is out.
Right.
Yeah. Good. Leave it all to me. Leave it all to me. We'll get her done.
So I just came back from New York City about a couple hours ago, and I went there to see Nick Cave, who I love. Yeah. And it was a great. I mean, he doesn't ever do a bad show. He's just fantastic. But anyway, so I saw this outside of Grand Central. I saw this kid sitting on the sidewalk with a sign saying that he was a veteran. Of course, there's a lot of street people there, as you know. And so the sign said he was a veteran and he needed a place to sleep. It was raining today. And he needed a place to sleep and blah, blah. So I turned to my friend and I said, do you think this guy is for real, honest? And as we've talked about this a million times, me and you, Chris, but so she goes, I don't know, it could be, who knows? So I went up to him and I started talking to him and he told me his story that he had to get an operation while he was in the Army and they screwed up something. He told me what happened with his leg. So he didn't get an honorable discharge, so he doesn't get veteran benefits, apparently. Don't ask me the details, I don't know. You know what I mean? And,
sounds like that Bear Hogan guy, you know what I mean?
I don't know. Well, there's something about this kid that, and I call him a kid, he was probably in his early 20s or something, but there's something about him that just really... I just wanted to help him. You know what I mean? I can't explain it, but so he needed $45 to sleep in a hotel down the street. The rooms are $45 a night, and so I was like, so I gave him $20, and then as he told me more of his story, I was like, geez, I said, well, so what do you do every night? He goes, I have to do this every day to sleep inside, and I'm like, oh, Jesus, so I'm like, he goes, well, I just need $15 more, and I'm like, here, take another 20. Anyway, so, I just, like I said, we can't always be right, but if somebody's going to sit there in the rain on the sidewalk, to me, it's like, I felt like he was telling the truth, but if he wasn't, that's okay too,
Yeah. Yeah, then he's working hard for his scam, so that's okay. I agree with that. You know what I mean? He's working hard. He's working hard at it. Then he's working hard at something. You should get something. That's fine. He's putting some effort into it, even if it's fake. But anyway, no, that's yeah. So there, that's good. That's good. So now the kid has a place inside to sleep tonight, or the guy.
Right, yeah. So, I mean, and then this other lady, when I got to New Haven, I was outside having a cigarette, and I was talking about Jimi Hendrix to my friend, and she comes up and starts talking about Taylor Swift, right? And I'm like, what the hell? She's a little bit batty. But so then she's like, you look like Lady Gaga. I'm like, thanks, right? She goes, I'm really thirsty. I go, what do you need? What do you need? She goes, I need $2 to get a water. And I'm like, okay, here's $2.
I need.
So, I mean, but I can't help but feel for people that just don't, you know what I mean? They don't have it all together. None of us have it all together, really. But, I mean, I don't know, whatever. But, so... It was interesting. And so I was on Shelby's show on Wednesday, Chris.
Oh yeah.
And it was awesome. We talked about all kinds of haunted things, ghost stories, all information like that. And I brought up what she also wanted to talk about, the residual energy, because Renee wrote a blog on it. About residual energy and how interesting residual energy is,
Right.
But it was a good show.
That's awesome.
So, anyway, yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, you should try to come to the show sometime,
Well, I never know what I don't pay attention to anything. You know what I mean? If I don't half the fucking time I don't know when my show's on anymore, you know what I mean? I don't know. I got something all messed up in my calendar recently, but I think I got it all fixed now. And so no, I just don't even think about it. You know what I mean? I don't even my problem is out of sight, out of mind. So BTR before, it was a daily thing to have BTR open, and so then I would go and check which of my friends has a show today, and then I would try and schedule myself around that, right? And so I just don't have IntuiTalks up until it's time for me to come to do my show, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I never see upcoming, and hell knows I never go check my email, so even if I was getting any notices, which I don't think I do, then I wouldn't be getting them anyway. So that's why I know I miss out on some good stuff that way. But it's then I can find out after, and I can go get the archive. You know what I mean?
Right. But Jenny did one show, and she's doing another show upcoming.
Oh.
Did you know that?
Yeah, I don't even know. No, I don't even know. I don't know nothing. It's better that way.
So,
it's better.
Well, when she's on, but when Jenny comes on, because that was a great show she did. When she's on again, I'll message you on Skype for the hell of it to see if you're around,
Yeah, she does a good show. I like Jenny's way of doing it. You know what I mean? She's good.
This about Jenny.
You what?
I listened to this about Jenny. So I happen to, we're up, she's always up late, so am I, usually. And so we called each other on Skype, and we talked for a couple hours. She said, Corrine, do you remember when you told me about the guy dealing drugs at my cab company? And I said, yeah. She goes, you're not going to believe it, but so the one guy that they were investigating, that her and her husband were investigating, was in fact dealing drugs, but get this. The main guy, who was the big manager there or something, was dealing tonnage of drugs. And they fired him, and he ended up killing 20 people in a limousine he was driving in New York. Now, I saw this. and I didn't realize that she knew this guy. She goes, so I just want to tell you that how correct you were. And I said, oh, my God, that's good to hear, you know? I mean, not that he killed 20 people, but that, you know what I mean, that I was picking up that there was a drug dealer at the company, you know? But, yeah, so the guy killed 20 people because he wasn't supposed to be driving this stretch limo, and he was, and it like, I don't know, something happened. The thing fell apart. It was on the news. It was a big story. I don't know what happened, but everybody died, including him.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was weird, you know? Yeah, so.
That's Hello, Kathleen.
So
Hi,
I
Kathy.
was thinking, I came up with some questions to ask. Now, Amy's on hold. Amy is 630, not Dan.
Amy is what? You're a little muffled, and I don't know. I haven't figured out why. Is she a little muffled to you guys? Like, I mean, how's Corrine sound? Maybe it's just on my end. How's everybody finding Corrine sound? Oh, good. So it's just me.
Yeah,
Okay.
let me start singing. Maybe.
That I didn't understand what you just said at all.
Okay.
What did you say?
Okay. Well, I'm trying to like.
No. If she says it any louder, then it's gonna it's causing. I'm wondering what the heck it is. But anyway, it's okay if everyone else can hear you. That's all that matters. Okay, it looks like there's somebody called Kathy that's gonna want to talk to you, and then after that, no, and then and Amy is not on.
630 is not on?
Oh, okay.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Okay. Why in the hell? Dan, are you messing with my head? I swear to God, he's come on a 630 number. Like, I think he changes this freaking number to mess with my head. Anyway, hello. Hello, Amy. How could I get that? Anyway. I don't know.
Real quick, Corrine, will you tell, because it is a little muffled for me as well, tell me the story about the limo driver again, because that happened right where I used to live.
The limo driver I just told, that I was just talking about?
I couldn't hear. You were muffled. What was it? What's the connection to the limo driver?
Oh, okay. So Jenny, Jenny from IntuiTalks has a cab company.
Remember that this goes out onto, you know what I mean, all over. And so anyway, why don't we...
You're right. Yeah.
We'll let you know privately, okay, Amy?
All right, fine.
Okay. But I mean, the guy here, Corrine said to somebody, there's some guy working for you that's doing something, blah, blah, blah. Turns out he got canned and everything else, and then later on was driving a stretch limo for some other company and wound up killing himself and everybody else in some kind of bizarre freak accident. The end.
Right.
So how come Amy muted? Did you say Amy had to come on, or what were you saying?
Oh, I was going to ask Amy some questions, and I thought we could, because I came up with some interesting questions to ask anyone, really, but I thought Amy would be a good candidate to ask.
Okay. If you're willing, Amy. Do we want to quickly take this call from Kathy and get the reading out of the way?
What do you want me to do? I'm sorry. I'm like driving home from this really long Uber drive. What did you want me to do? Nothing
right now. So after we deal with this caller, then she has just some, you know how Corrine is with her little interview questions, so she has questions for you then. But we're going to go to Kathy quick and say hi. Hi, Kathy.
Okay.
No. Hi, Kathy.
Yes, I'm here.
How are you?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm fine.
Very good. Thank you for coming.
Okay, do I give you my birth date or ask a question or how do I start?
Kathy, you can just ask me a question if you want to start like that.
Okay, okay, I'm curious lately, is my boyfriend who passed away, is he trying to get me to try to communicate with him?
That's a good kind of question for Corrine. Sit down and take a load off.
Is.
This will take a while. Go ahead.
Kathy, did he die? Did he die within the last 2 years?
Yes, Corrine, I've been talking to you on Jennifer's Facebook. Yes, he died like in August 2014.
Okay,
so
thank
this
you.
is somebody from the Facebook group, psychic page group.
Me?
Yeah.
I am. Yes, I am. That's how I found out about.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Okay. So, Kathy, the dreams you're having, are you writing down the information in the dreams at all?
Actually, it's not the dreams. It's like I had just been like coming across things that like especially on YouTube. How do you know when a deceased loved one is trying to get in touch with you? And and I have been watching all of those, and I have just been like I'm having I'm just thinking that he's wanting to get some kind of message to me.
I didn't hear that because you got cut off for me.
Oh, okay. I was asking it. Is he trying to get me to make contact with him?
Okay, so you're not, excuse me, you're not having dreams of him. You just have the feeling that he might be trying to contact you.
Yes. Now I have had dreams of him, and actually, in the dreams we were doing what we were doing when he was here in real life.
Okay, I feel like, did your boyfriend, is there a B name around your boyfriend?
Is there a what? What around him?
A name?
Does the name have a B, first or last name?
No. No, but you can go ahead and tell me about that. What are you doing? His name was Lyle.
Well, now you've gone and done it. You gave us the name.
Oh, Lyle.
I didn't even hear what. I didn't hear.
Lyle
Joe,
John
did you say?
So she said
Lyle John LeChan.
Okay, I can't even understand what you're saying, Kathy. I'm sorry. I don't know. My sound is really bad, I guess. But, okay, this is what I think. I think that there's something that you guys, like there's someone involved in your life right now that has to do with him that he wants you to pay more attention to. And I have a feeling it's a boy, it's a man or a boy, and that he's got a B name.
Okay, let me ask. Is he in jail right now? Or is he in prison right now?
Chris, I'm sorry, what did she say?
No, it doesn't, hang on. I'm not sure if that matters for now, like, because the way that we like to proceed is to not, like, I wouldn't mind if Corrine would come up with that on her own, if you know what I mean. So,
okay, but I'm just trying to verify him because
that's what we're doing. So so all you would have had to do was say yes. There's a B in the name, right?
Not in my boyfriend. Well, of course, not in my boyfriend's name.
She said
yes.
She said
yes,
there's another male with the name that starts with a B or whatever that's connected to your boyfriend.
I believe so.
Okay, so now then we proceed one little step at a time from here. Yes.
I would say yes.
Okay, Corrine, so yes, the answer is yes.
Okay. So, okay. So I think, Kathy, that there's some reason, some connection there with this gentleman that you're supposed to either, you're supposed to pay more attention. There's some connection there that is meant to be, so to speak, that I'm not sure what you're supposed to do exactly, but just pay attention to that connection and keep it maybe going, the connection between the two of you. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does. Now, actually, neither me nor Long knew this man that you're saying has a B. I think his name is Brandon. But they had made it. Someone had convinced someone that me and Long knew this man with the name B.
Okay. I think I understood what you just said. So, I mean, do you have a strong connection right now with him?
I had never actually talked to him, but he is a great influence in why my boyfriend was put to death in the hospital.
Okay, all right. So perhaps you have questions for him. Perhaps you need to get answers from him about things.
Are you talking about my boyfriend, or are you talking about this Brandon?
Brendan.
Okay, maybe I do, but he is in Angola in Louisiana, and I believe that it is a crime that he did not commit. I really, truly believe he's innocent. There's a girl named Mickey. She had died, and she, she's into the picture too. But wait, can you tell me more? I mean, I cannot contact Brandon because of where he's at. Can you kind of tell me more about this?
Yeah, you can write to Brendan. You can write to Brendan.
Okay. Do you see him getting out of jail?
I know you say he's innocent of
I'm
yeah.
I'm believing he is completely innocent.
Okay. Well, as we all know, it's pretty hard to get out of jail once you get in there. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
there's another psychic in the chat room right now, Kathleen Moore, and I think she just said she doesn't see him getting out. I'm not positive, but I think she just said she does not see him getting out.
Okay. Now, like everybody's against him. I mean, okay. So, what is your advice like with Lyle, which is my boyfriend that passed? Can you kind of tell me more what I should do with this Brandon?
Okay, so yes. Well, I'm telling you that you need to get answers from him. You can write to him and ask him what happened or whatever questions you have. I would also suggest that you meditate on your boyfriend that has passed. Meditate and try to get your own answers from him, from his spirit. And you can do that, Kathy. Believe it or not, you can do that. So,
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. I read the tarot cards myself, and I have been doing a lot of meditations. With the meditations, I feel like someone's praying. Someone highly religious is praying against me. Doing meditations or any kind of magic work. Um, but as of right now, though, I would like to know more about what am I supposed to do? And does Brandon Scott Laverne, does he actually know me? Is he aware of me, or does he know that I even exist?
I don't think he does yet. But you can certainly write to him, as I said. There's no reason you cannot write him a letter.
Okay, even though he's in prison, I can still write to him?
Of course, of course.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
I would just be,
Really.
I mean, use a P.O. box or something, because I don't know about just giving your return address. You know what I mean? On the letter.
Okay.
I don't know the guy. I don't know what the deal is. I'm a little bit. If you don't know the guy, you have to approach it like it's a dude in prison, and even if he's innocent, you know what I mean. We don't know nothing, so just like be cautious is all. So if you're going to write to him, just use a PO box as a return address, or see if you can, get it to you in care of where you work or something. You know what well, I don't even know if you want that. Know what I mean?
Okay.
I would get a PO. I would not use my own home address as a return address.
Okay, that's a good idea.
I just don't think you should.
Okay, did someone named Mickey Shunick, did she actually know me? Did she know who I was?
Vaguely, I get the impression vaguely knows who you were.
Okay, so she knew of me, and did she have anything to do with causing any kind of trouble when I would go to a gym, like a workout gym?
Did she have anything to do with? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Did Mickey Shunick have anything to do with causing any kind of trouble when I would go to a gym to work out?
I get no, she didn't.
She did not?
No.
No, okay.
No.
Okay,
I
but
don't think so.
Okay, but she did say she vaguely knew me.
I'm sorry. Well, I didn't hear that. Kathy, I'm having a hard time distinguishing your words. Can you say that again?
Okay, so you do say she vaguely knew me? Like she knew of me, but didn't actually know me.
Right.
Okay, what about someone named Jack Lightfoot? Is he an enemy or is he not an enemy?
Did you say Jeff?
Jack Lightfoot, is he an enemy or is he not an enemy?
I think I'd feel a lot better if we didn't go down your enemy list using their first and last names and everything like that. But anyway, I'm just saying, like, this is getting broadcasted live, right? And it's going to be on YouTube. And just like, but let's don't. I heard you say something a little bit earlier, and I was going to jump in, but I didn't want to interrupt. And so you said like that, if someone you think someone's praying against you, practicing doing your thing. So listen, you're spending way too much time and worry wondering about who's against you. And when you should be standing in your own strength of your own energy and your own energetic team to keep all of them people away from you and keep you safe. And if somebody's praying against you, first of all, they ain't praying to no God that matters, number one. If somebody's praying to make you stop doing what you're doing, okay? They're not praying to the right kind of being, really. You know what I mean? Because that's just not what people do. But even if somebody was, it will only affect you to the extent that you feel that their prayer can affect your ongoing pursuit of your metaphysical, psychic stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes.
So you gotta, like, you are like nothing can touch you. That's spiritual. You know what I mean? Nobody's prayers can touch. Nobody jinxing you. Nobody hexing you. Nobody. It can only affect you if you get it in your head that it can affect you. Okay?
Okay. Okay, actually, I'm from a very strict religious family. they were Pentecostal, and
Yeah.
and well, actually, she my aunt did tell me she was praying against me. I had ordered some oil, so
Let me say this to you. Even if we believe in God or what, so you've been raised to believe in God or whatever, yeah? Okay. Now, does the God that you've been thinking about and praying to for your whole life, the kind of God that's going to stop someone like you from doing what they're naturally gifted to do?
yeah.
No, that's not the right answer.
Okay.
Like,
No, but I do believe in a lot of power behind the prayers,
right,
and
but
you know,
no, but you have to understand something, okay? Let's say that I'm truly, God with God, but I pray for God to make up the moon fall on Donald Trump's head. He's not going to do that.
all right.
You get it?
I
No matter how hard I pray, no matter how close I am to God, He ain't doing that for me. Okay?
yeah,
So what I'm
yeah.
trying to say to you is somebody else's prayers, okay, that are not of a love and light intent are not going to be acted upon by any God that matters. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I have been
So,
telling them that. You know,
yeah.
I've been saying
So
that
don't.
doesn't work.
So get it. That's right. So get that out of your head, and they can affect you. You know what I mean? That's something within their own self that's being judgmental, and even God says nobody judges. Right? Don't judge.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
So here's these highly religious people judging you. You know,
Oh yeah.
and casting judgment upon you, and that's not their place. And that's not their place.
That has been all my life.
Okay.
I mean,
What I'm saying to you in a
so
long and short way is a lot of the stuff that you're cycling through your tape recorder in your brain is all self-limiting, self-sabotaging kind of stuff, right? And you have to wash all that brainwashing crap out of your head. Who cares what any of them are doing? Here's what you're doing. You know what I mean? And you focus on that. Don't worry about what everyone else is doing.
I have been doing that. I have been, working on that. Yeah.
Okay, good. No, but because you seem hyper concerned about who's out to get you. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And I don't want you to put so much energy into that.
Okay. Actually, I'm more concerned to who. You see, my boyfriend, he was poisoned at work, and he was murdered in the hospital, and that's what I'm concerned about in bringing justice, whether it's justice or it's that's where my concern is. Just
We're losing you.
okay.
But I get what you're saying. And so certainly pursue all of that through the legal channels. You know what I mean? And you got to allow all of that to play out in the way it's going to. But in the meanwhile, you do you. You know what I mean? And carry on to do whatever it is that you need to be doing in your life that's of a productive and good nature for you.
Okay.
While all of this stuff that's not in your control. None of that other stuff's in your control. You cannot control it, right? So
right.
you can only deal with what you can control. And so if there's things you need to do to follow up with police and all that, then by all means you got to do that, right? But that shouldn't become something that you do instead of, paying attention to whatever positive things you want to be doing in your life for you.
Right. Okay.
So anyway, so quickly back, we'll just let Corrine finish quick, and I'm not going to interrupt. I only have 7 minutes before I have to go. But, so Corrine, just in terms of, can you give her, if there's any other message from her boyfriend, and any other last thing you want to say, Corrine?
Well, and thank you, Chris, because that that was very good advice to Kathy. And Kathy, I hope that you take that to heart, what Chris just said to you, because you are strong and you are meant for better things than to worry about who did this and who did that. And if I did have your boyfriend right now, he probably would be saying, Kathy, it's okay. It's okay. And not to, keep lamenting and trying to figure out who did what and how it could have, because everything is meant to be, Kathy, Everything is meant to be, even though it's a horrible situation sometimes, like Chris said, we can't control everything. We can hardly control anything. But what you can control is your happiness and your life fulfilled. So that I would say focus on that, And talk to him. Talk to your boyfriend. Meditate on him. Try to connect with him and see what you get. Write it all down,
The other one suggestion, I know I said I wasn't going to interrupt, but I was going to say this earlier too. Since you do read the tarot, okay, specifically before you do a tarot session, sit and meditate for a quick moment to connect your energy to your boyfriend's energy and ask him to speak a story to you through your cards. And then just sit down and start flipping your cards. And whatever comes to you as you're doing that process, you may have questions then, and so you might want to say, blah, blah, can you clarify that? And then flip the next card, and you know what I mean? Or however, whatever feels right to you to do. But I think use the boyfriend to use your tarot to have him try to speak to you through your tarot.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Well,
okay.
Well, thank y'all very much.
Thank you for calling. I appreciate that very much. And so, Corrine, you can still be in touch with this person on that website, I guess, or on that Facebook. Right. And so, okay, I have like 5 minutes. Amy, if you're able to unmute, hit us with some of your questions, Corrine. I want to answer one or two before I go.
Okay. So, first question. What fairy tale best describes your life?
Possibly, there's probably 100 better ones, and I'm thinking Sleeping Beauty. Not because I'm beautiful and not because I'm sleeping, per se, but that there's been this really long gap in my life. You know what I mean? That would be as if I was sleeping for all those years. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So in a way, Sleeping Beauty. For the reason, for aforementioned reason.
Okay.
How about Amy?
Oh, me?
Mm-hmm.
Cinderella. Cinderella. My mother's the wicked stepmother. I was actually talking about Cinderella the other day and calling her the wicked stepmother because she has no empathy. Cinderella, that would be me.
Yeah.
Okay.
What would yours? But what would yours be, Corrine?
The 12 Dancing Princesses. You guys, I don't know if you know what. Well, these 12 sisters, every night. Anyway, well, let me start at the beginning real quick. So, this guy, so the father of the 12 sisters that are princesses says to any man that can figure out where his daughters go at night that he can pick one of the daughters to marry. But no guy can ever figure out where the girls go at night because every night their dancing shoes are worn out. And the father can't figure out where the hell they're going. So where they go, well, I'll tell you where they go in a second. But so I'm sorry. So So anyway,
I
so
have
this one
2
guy
minutes.
encounters a witch on the way to the castle. And the
Yeah.
witch says, I'll trade you this for this cape. This cape makes you invisible. So that when you're trying to figure out where the girls go, you can be invisible.
Right.
So he trades the cape for whatever. So he goes to the castle with the cape, and, you know, he pretends to be sleeping when the girls, like in the middle of the night, the girls get up, and he sees them open a door on the floor, And they go down. What is in the door, you know, beyond the door and the floor is the underworld, and it's the land of the dead, okay? So he follows them down into the underworld, and they take a boat across this river, and one by one, there's all these handsome guys that are dead, and they dance all night long with these dead guys. And so he sees where they go, and he figures out why their shoes are worn out every morning. So then he goes back up, you know, But one of the daughters, the youngest one at the end of the line when they're going through the woods there into the land of the dead, she hears this twig break, and she says, I hear somebody. There's somebody followed us, you guys. And they're like, no, you're wrong. Anyway, so the guy comes out and he says, I know where your daughters go. They go to this underworld place, and they dance all night. And so he gets to pick one of the princesses to marry. But anyway, my point is this, that I cavort with dead people in the underground, dead guys. You know what I mean? Over and over. I'm dancing
Over
with
and
dead
over.
guys.
Over and over.
Literally and physically. You know what I mean? So, anyway, so that's what I would compare my life to.
All right. Okay, well, listen, here's what I'm going to do, you guys. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to float. I'm going to stop recording here and let you guys just do whatever you want to do for the rest of the time. Everybody make sure that you do go to www.purpleplates.com. It's time to get some Christmas shopping done anyways, right? And so go and check out all the awesome stuff that she has there. There is one other caller there at 402, and later on, if you want to, you can just tell them to press 1. If you want to talk to them, then they know how to unmute themselves. I'm back in probably for Halloween, but watch my Facebook page for more info about if we're going to do something casual for Halloween, okay? So I'm going to leave you guys to it, Corrine.
Yes, thank you, Chris.
All right, and thanks to all the archive listeners as well, and we'll sign off the recording part now.